Hey guys, it's Dave at No Recipe Required, and welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you in my kitchen. Tonight we're going to do another in our series of NFL-inspired burgers, and we're going to do the New England Patriots. Now, I've got special ties to New England. That's where my parents grew up, so we'd always head up there to visit the grandparents during the holiday times, and I associate it with Thanksgiving, with Christmas, so we're going to do kind of a spin off that holiday burger. We'll call it a Thanksgiving burger. And since it's a whole region, not just a state, I'm going to bring in elements from all over New England. I got some maple syrup in this one, some cranberry, some Vermont Cheddar, turkey burger. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. I think you're going to love it. Really easy to do, and I think you'll see some really cool techniques. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, I'm going to cook the bacon for our Patriots-inspired burger on a tray elevated kind of above a rack here, right in the oven, 350 degrees. This is a great way to incorporate another Vermont product or New England product. I'm going to let this go for about 20 minutes or so. It's going to get about 80-90% of the way cooked, and I've got a little bit of Vermont maple syrup right here. Once it's cooked, I'm going to glaze this bacon, give it a nice sweet flavor in addition to that natural saltiness. Alright, so our Patriots burger is going to use a lot of those flavors that we find in Thanksgiving stuffing. So, combined with the turkey, I'm going to use a little bit of celery, a little bit of onion, then I'm going to saute off in some olive oil. Just add it to a pan there, a little bit of salt. We'll go over kind of medium-low heat until we just get these wilted down nice and soft. You don't need to pay a whole lot of attention to them. Just stir every once in a while. Make sure they don't brown. You're not looking for any browning. If they do start to brown, just add a little water to the pan to cool it down. Okay, so my bacon has been going now for almost 20 minutes. It is kind of 80% done. That grease is dropping off to the bottom of the pan. And what I'm going to do is just coat each one with a good, healthy layer of this maple syrup. Then I'll grab a pair of tongs when I can find my tongs and flip the bacon strips over and give a coating to the other side. Now the sugar, because it's sugar, is going to cook pretty quickly, so we're going to put this back in the oven and keep an eye on it. You don't want it to burn, and it's probably only going to take about 5 to 10 more minutes to get these strips all the way cooked through. This is a great way to do kind of a whole mess of bacon too, because obviously I could line up 15 sheets of bacon on this tray. I'm going to slide it back in the oven. And we'll come back in a few minutes. Alright, so mine's been in about another 6 minutes or so. I'm going to do one more basting, both sides. You can do kind of as many as you want, but you probably can't go overboard. We're going to flip it one more time back in until it gets fully cooked. And then we'll have our maple flavored bacon. Okay, my celery and onions are now softened. They can use another 3 or 4 minutes. Now I'm going to add a little bit of poultry seasoning, not season, and some thyme. And there again, season flavors of the season. I'm going to let that go for another 3 or 4 minutes. Again, medium heat. Don't need anything to brown. Just to kind of get those flavors to meld, bring out the essential oils and the thyme and the seasoning there. And then we're going to let it cool, and we'll add it to our ground turkey. All right, so my bacon's done. Now, unlike if you cooked it in a pan, you don't want to drain it on a paper towel because that maple syrup is kind of sticky. It'd stick to the towel. So just let it cool right in the drying rack there, and we're good to go. You can do this an hour or 2 hours ahead of time. All right, so we've got our maple bacon done. We're going to use a turkey for our patty and bring back all those fall New England flavors for the Patriots burger. I just got a little bit of salt and pepper in there. This is about half a pound of ground turkey. To it, we hit the salt and pepper. To it, we're going to add the celery and onion that we did before that has the thyme and that poultry seasoning in there. Get all that yumminess squeezed in there. And then we're just going to mix it all up. Use our hands. Go ahead and form a patty. And once I get that done, I'm going to we're going to cook it off. I got some Vermont Cheddar. We're going to use a little bit of cranberry sauce on the bun. And of course our maple bacon. Okay, so we got a pan heated up. I'm using the same pan I cooked that celery and onion in. No reason to dirty another one. I've got our turkey patty here. I like to put a little dimple in the middle, which helps to keep it from shrinking up on you. And they're pretty delicate, so you might need to use 2 hands. You might need to do a touch of reforming once it hits the pan. And I'm going to cook this over medium-high heat. Turkey burgers, you want to just cook all the way through, not so much rare like maybe a beef burger. It's going to take about 5 minutes or so. On 4 minutes on this side, we'll flip it over, and we'll add our Vermont Cheddar and keep going. Okay, so after 4 or 5 minutes, you're going to start seeing the turkey get cooked along those sides. We'll go ahead, flip it over. Nice caramelization on that side. I'm going to go ahead and cover mine now with a few kind of nice thick slices of Vermont Cheddar. We'll do one more on top there. Turn the heat down just a bit and cover it, which is going to give an opportunity for that cheese, a little bit of steam in there, cheese to melt, and the burger to cook through. Probably another 4 minutes or so. All right, when the cheese is melted, go ahead, take the lid off. Burger should be cooked through now. If you're really uncomfortable, go ahead and use a meat thermometer in there. Just like every other burger, just about every other burger, we're going to let this guy rest. So I'm going to put off the heat, throw it on a plate, and just let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes before we top it and cut into it. All right, Pat's fans, let's go ahead and plate up our burger. Thanksgiving-inspired burger. I got a nice cranberry sauce here. Admittedly, I didn't make it. It's jarred, but it's absolutely delicious. Got a nice tang to it. Our turkey burger will lay right on there. And then that maple bacon, which is absolutely awesome. I forgot to mention our Vermont blue cheese. Let's go ahead and just keep stacking that bacon. We'll do one more. How about that? And that is an awesome burger inspired by New England. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. All right, let's go ahead and cut this baby open. I got a feeling that bacon is going to be like lacquered bacon with that sugar. Cut it through, and what we should see, beautiful layers of that cranberry sauce, the turkey, tastes just like Thanksgiving. That cheese, the bacon, more cranberry, it's all absolutely awesome. Good luck to you Pats fans, and I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required. Alright guys, this New England burger was the bomb. I absolutely loved it. Tasted so nice with that tart cranberry and the sweet and salty bacon and the burger, which just screamed kind of Thanksgiving flavors with that turkey and spices in there. So, if you haven't checked out my NFL series, go ahead and do it. I've got about a dozen teams up there yet. I'm sure to hit yours, so make sure to subscribe. And I don't have a roast turkey recipe up on my site, but you know what? Check out these roast chicken recipes. Really similar techniques employed, and one of my all-time favorites. I do one at least every month. I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.